Yes, modal verbs, students. I'm so sorry. Unit 4, modal verbs, but I promise you this is the end, okay? You see how modal verbs are important, right? Okay, modal verbs that indicate no obligation. Do you remember the obligation? Obligation teacher said, in a resume way, must and have to. And prohibition, teacher said, mustn't. So some students, they say, don't have to is prohibition. No. The prohibition is mustn't. Remember, teacher said mustn't. I never said that have to in negative is prohibition. When you put have to in negative, so we have is a verb, okay, students? So you can say don't have to, didn't have to, doesn't have to, won't have to, all the possible future tenses. It means not necessary. It's very strange. So I give an order. You have to wear uniform in this school. If I change it to negative, if I say you don't have to, it means not necessary, not an obligation. So be careful, it's incorrect. You have to say you mustn't do this. This is prohibition. Returning. Don't have to, doesn't have to indicate no obligation. So when I say you don't have to wear a uniform in my classes. Okay, there's no obligation of uniform in my classes, students. In schools, yes, but in my classes, no obligation. Okay, but if I say you mustn't, that's a prohibition. All right, so this is no obligation. Together with no obligation comes necessity. They are pretty much the same, because when you say you don't have to, automatically you are saying don't need to. So they are kind of similar, right? You can say don't need to, didn't need to, won't need to, doesn't need to, all the possibilities. You can even say, students, look at this. How awesome is that? Needn't. Because need is considered a modal verb, so you can put in negative form, okay? Or in affirmative. You can say, for example, here, need to, necessity. You don't need or you need to. Needn't or need, okay? I can say, you don't need to watch this video again. I'm saying it's not necessary to watch the video again. But if you want, it's okay. Okay? You needn't bring the homework here. Yeah, you needn't bring the homework here, but if you want to bring, it's okay. You can send the homework to me, okay? Or affirmative, you need to study more, but if you don't want, it's your problem. I'm just saying it's a necessity. So that's the idea. So you have don't have to, meaning no obligation. You have don't need to, it's not a necessity, you don't need. Needn't, not necessity, but you can use in affirmative too. And to finish, we have requests. Request is when you ask for something, okay? So when you ask, you can ask in several possibilities. Depends on who you are talking to. If you're talking to a friend, you say to your friend, can you do my homework? So you can ask your friend this, hey, come on, can you do my homework? I'd like to go out with my boyfriend. Can you do my homework? So can is very informal, okay? There are other possibilities for a request. You say, let's suppose your friend say, come on, do your, could you please do my homework? Okay, could you? It's something that I have to say. I live in an apartment building, and my car, I always have problem to park my car because my neighbor has an idea that I'm able to fit my car in any space. So she usually takes part of my car park. Then I have to call her and really request, could you park your car in your park space? Sometimes I add a little please. Could you please? It's your park space. This is mine. Could you park? I am being very, not extremely formal, but I'm being formal because, you know, neighbors, you can't go with can. Can is too informal. But sometimes it's necessary to be extremely formal. And you say, would you, oh, I forgot you students, wait a moment. I can say, would you mind, is it a problem? Would you mind? I do this sometimes. And I use would, but I am being ironic, students, but it's very good because it's very formal. Would you mind stopping shaking my chair? Let me explain. I go to the cinema and I am sitting, and then a person behind me is shaking my chair during the whole movie, okay? So, you know, when the person is shaking the chair, I turn and I try to be polite. I don't say, stop it, you're son of blah, blah, blah. No, I say, would you mind stopping shaking my chair, please? Okay, would you mind stopping shaking my chair, please? All right, you always use would you mind when, is it a problem? The idea is it a problem for you, sir? Is it a problem for you, man? Okay, madam. All right, when you want to be very, very formal in asking something, okay? When you are asking, please. So you have, can you do me a favor? Could you do me a favor? Would you mind doing me a huge favor? You see, there is more formality, all right? And that's it. It's concluded, student. It's over. Yay, all right? Now, teacher is going to give lots of exercises. So bye for now, students.